Shalom Aleichem. Today, Guten Freiliche Shushan Purim. We have here a little learning from Otzar, Dinim Menhagim, from Harav Yoshua J.D. Eisenstein, Yehuda David Eisenstein, Rav Yoshua David Eisenstein. And this was copyright. Here, let's take a look at it. Let's take a look at it right now. Here, we have a couple of copies, actually. Here, this is 1938 from Hebrew Publishing Company, 7779 Delancey Street, New York. So that's Otzar Dinim Umenhagim. Kol mitzvos asay v'los asay, min haTorah midrabanan. All the mitzvos, the positive and the negative mitzvos, commandments from the Torah, midrabanan, from the Rabbanon, the rabbis, v'chol dinim, and hugim b'Yisrael, all of the laws that are carried out by the Bnei Yisrael, mikari halachos, v'tamei hamitzvos, v'minhagim, a digest of Jewish laws and customs in alphabetical order. And this is Rabbi Yehuda David Eisenstein. This is the 1938 version, and we happen to have, thank God, Baruch Hashem, we happen to have also a, this one is copyright of 1917, so this is an earlier version. Oh, look at such a thing here. Well, anyway, 1938. Let's see if the other one says 1917. Well, the other one is obviously this one is obviously seems to be an older version. A very well-loved version of the Sefer. Anyway, let's take a look. Let's take a look at the din of Shushan. Something about Shushan Purim. Shushan Purim. That's the day after Purim. We just had Purim. Soll sein gut. Veralamin. Let's see now. Let's take a look at Purim. Shushan Purim. Let's take a look at it. Shushan Purim, or Purim Katan. Shushan Purim and the small Purim. Ikar Purim li'orei haparazosu yud dalad adar. The main Purim for the different cities around Eretz Yisrael and around all over the world. Who yud dalad adar, the 14th day of Adar. The Yom HaMacharas Nikra Shushan Purim. The day after Purim is called Purim, Shushan Purim. Li'arei Choma Hamukofos, for the walled cities, which are Li'arei Choma Hamukefes Choma Mi'amos Yehoshua ben Nun, to the walled cities that were walled from the times of Yehoshua ben Nun, from the time of Joshua. They had a wall then, so then it's the next day is called Shushan Purim. Shushan Purim. Kemo Yerushalayim, like Yerushalayim. Yerushalayim had a wall around it from the time of Yehoshua ben Nun. V'li'arei haparozos harehu kechol. And in the various cities around the world, when in Eretz Yisrael, it is like the next day, Shushan Purim is kechol, like a regular weekday. V'rak she'ein omrim bo tachanun. But we don't say tachanun on those days. V'shnaso ibor osin Purim bi'adar sheni hasamoch l'nisan. On a leap year, so we do Purim in Adar Sheni. There are two Adars, so we do it on the second Adar, Hasamoch LaNisan. We have Purim on the second Adar, which is next to Nisan, which is closer to Nisan. Uvyadar Rishon hu Purim Katan. On the first Adar, Uvyadar Rishon hu Purim Katan. And in the first Adar, it's called Purim Katan, like a small Purim, like not the real Purim, but like a small version. Yud Dalid of a Tesvav Bo, V'ein Omrim Bahem Tachnan. On the 14th and the 15th of that month, of the Adar Rishon, it's called Purim Katan, Ve'ein Omrim Bohem Tachanun. And we don't say Tachanun on those days. But it's not Purim per se. That's the next month, which is Adar Sheni, the one which is close to Nisan. V'yesh od bohem, v'yesh od Purim Katan, o Purim miyuchad li meoraos shonos shekoru bohem nisim letzibur o liyachidim shekiblu al atzmam yal b'neihem achareihem lachug hayom habo lezecher hanes b'shavach v'toda laHashem. Ayin Otzar Yisrael Chav 2:15. Oh, and then so he says here there are other Purim Katan and Purim Miyuchad for, let's say, different happenings that happened where they were nisim, they were miracles that occurred, either for the community or liyachidim, or to certain individuals. Shekiblo al-atzman, they accepted upon themselves, Yal b'neihem, and upon their children, achareihem, their descendants, lachug hayom habo lezecher hanes, to say that these days will be for a nes, v'shevach v'toda l'Hashem, was praise and thanks to Hashem. Ayin Otzar Yisrael Ches 2:15. Look at Otzar Yisrael. So this is the Otzar Dinim and Menhagim. So anyway, let's see. Avelis, that's morning. B'shnei Yemei Purim, Ein Osin Tainis O Hesped. The 2 days of Purim, that's Purim and then Shushan Purim, Ein Osin Tainis. You don't we don't fast, or we don't say a eulogy for somebody that was nifter. V'ein noagim bohem avelis. We don't have a mourning in those days. Harosh, that's what the Rosh says. That's what the Rosh Paskin. Aval devarim shebitzina noheg. Aval devarim shebitzina noheg. But things that are not very private things one can do. In other words, one can do like a private avelis. In other words, not a public. V'ola leminyan shiva shnei yamim. V'ola leminyan shiva shnei yamim. Yud Daled. V'ola leminyan shiva shnei yamim. And the 2 days of Purim and Shushan Purim are counted as the 7 days of mourning. So in other words, those 2 days, even though one is not conducting them in avelos, in a public way, it's still counted as the 7 days of the mourning, of mourning. Mi shemeis aviv o imo, if somebody's, God forbid, somebody's father or mother died, kodem Purim, before Purim, o bepurim, during Purim, lo yishlach manos uma'adonim limeraev toch yud beis chodesh. One should not send shalach manos, that's packages for shalach manos, that's packages with treats in them, or madonim, or good things to eat limeraev, to his friends, his or her friends, toch yud beis chodesh, during the 12 months of the mourning. So that's even after Purim. In other words, you shouldn't send gifts or things to eat even during the first Yud Beis Chodesh, the first 12 months. Rak yeshalach maos o ma'acholim peshutim la'aniyim. But one should send packages or things, simple things to eat, la'aniyim, to poor people, because it's a big mitzvah to give all the time, to give tzedakah, to give good things to an ani, to a person that is unfortunately poor. So it's always a mitzvah. But to send shalach manos One doesn't do that in the first 12 months. V'lo yishalchu lo mereyav manos. V'lo yishlechu lo mereyav manos. And his friends should not send to him or her packages. Shalach manos rak maos u'ma'acholim imhu ani. But they can send him, they should send him different things to eat, and or even a nice thing to eat if he happens to be poor. If he's poor, so then it's a mitzvah to send him to something to eat for sustenance. Ayin Sefer Chasidim. Look at Sefer Chasidim, Siman Tavshin Yud Gimel. So Ayin Megillas Esther. Ayin Megillas Alinian Megillas Esther. Machtis HaShekel and Tainis Esther. Oh, take a look. Okay, Ayin. Oh yeah, so there's other inyanim. There's the inyanim of Megillas Esther. Reading that's on Purim, and then Machtis HaShekel, giving a half a shekel, and Tainis Esther and Tainis Esther. That's the fast of Esther. So this is talking about Shushan Purim, a Purim Katan, and this is we're on the inyan of Purim over here. 1 minute on Purim. Here we are, Purim. This is the Otzar, Dinim and Menhagim. Dinim and Menhagim. Oh, here's a mask that was given for right over here. A mask for Purim. Oh, here it is. Oh, this is better. Now we can see for Purim mask. And here, so this is from the Otzar Dinim and Menhagim. This is from the Yehuda David Eisenstein Hebrew Publishing Company. So that's okay. That's like the Hebrew Publishing Company. That's like old Home Week Hebrew Publishing Company. And here, this is the more vintage version. This is Otzar Dinim and Menhagim, Jewish Laws and Customs. And here we have in the Hebrew and the Lashon HaKodesh, copyright 1917, Hebrew Publishing Company, 7779 Delancey Street. So here we are. Here we go. This is Otzar Dinim and Menhagim by Rav Yehuda David Eisenstein. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Kol Tov.